Jones, and he gets fouled on his way to the basket. He's going to have 2 shots to start the second quarter for the Seahawks.
Yeah, nice little horns action. Good read from Jones.
Jones.
And obviously, it's a more mobile group now on the floor for the Hawks, so I think look for them to really spread the floor.
One of 2 for Jones.
Everybody now. Defense. Defense.
Machando running the point for the Thunder at the moment. Jeffries driving baseline. Finds Thompson from the free throw line. That's off. Amar offensive rebound. He's stripped by LeMakin. Here comes the captain for the Seahawks. Gets it back. He's wide open. 3-pointer up. In and out. Cedar against Goldfinch. Goes left, stops, fadeaway jump shots, good for Michael Cedar. Jones to LeMakin. They work it around the perimeter. Good drive and a nice finish there for Marcus Holmquist Pollock.
Well, Young no doubt will get a quick call up because on those drives, there's just no one in the paint for Logan.
Cedar dumps it for Jeffries. Baseline jumpers off. Amar, another offensive rebound. Goes inside. That's a big foul. Holmquist Pollock landed funny, but it looks like he was all right. Jarrett Thompson will go to the line for a couple.
Seahawks foul number 4, Marcus Holmquist Pollock. His first team foul. Rayshon Simmons returning to the Thunder as is number 3, Mitch Young.
Tommy Amar gets a breather. Looks like. Mitch Young checks in. Rayshon Simmons checks in as well. Jeffrey is also on the bench. Thompson misses the first one.
Get loud!
Second one's good for Thompson, so Logan up 3 now. About 8.5 minutes left in this first half. LeMakin, corner 3 attempt for Howard is short. Good driving kick there. Simmons, baseball pass up ahead. Jones nearly breaks it up. Thompson hands off, and there's a foul on Jones reaching in. I think that's his second, the team's second. Chando goes inside for Simmons. Jones guarding him. Good no-look pass. Machando catch, finishes with the left. I know you like that, Dave, the inside out.
Yeah, good, and it's just simple hoops from Machando. Great job going down the middle of the key, being aggressive, finishing with the left.
Howard spins. Left-hand shot blocked by Mitch Young. Use this quickness to get around the big man, but sometimes you can't beat height. Wallace checks back in, as does Campbell.
And it's the third time that Tom's gone on his left, which is good. But again, I'm interested to see why. Trying to attack on his right hand, get some buckets, get a bit of confidence.
You have a bit of history with Tom Howard, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, back with the 20 Queensland boys. Interesting career for Tommy, obviously a Crocs development player, and then he went and got recruited into the Suns and gave them a couple of years with the AFL.
We're talking AFL, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's back in hoops.
I know North Gold Coast happy to have him. Simmons looking inside, instead goes to Cedar, open on the wing. That one rattles home, it's a 3. 27-19, Logan up 8. High floater, too strong for Jones, and McCedar gets it.
A lot of quick shots here.
No look pass, Young misses the shot, gets a rebound, put back is good.
A lot of quick shots for the Seahawks. And just offensively, I'm just not sure what they're trying to go to.
Good look inside. Wallace with the finish.
Yeah, it's the best looking offensive set they've had in a few minutes. And again, Wallace is such a decent target. You can always keep it simple.
Mitch Young fouled. Yeah, gave that one to Wallace. His second, the team's third. Mitch Young going to go to the free throw line for a couple shots.
Mitch Young at the line for 2. Get loud, Seahawk Nation.
Can't hit the first.
Good job. Stamp those feet, rub those hands, scream and shout. Get loud!
Young missed again, but there's a lane violation, so he'll get another shot.
Broke the key lane early. Gets down another go. Doesn't look comfortable.
He hits that one. Jumper from Jones is off, tipped around by Campbell. Wallace has another go. He misses it well. Cedar, top of the key 3. That's good. McCedar starting to heat up. His team's up 12.
Well, they've only hit two field goals in the first 5 minutes, Johnny, the Seahawks, so they need to try and manufacture some offense from somewhere.
Howard trying to make something happen. He's fouled on his way to the basket.
Number 7, tended by Machado. His first personal foul. Second team foul. Tom Howard at the line for 2.
I'm just struggling to see a set structure in the Seahawks offense at the moment. Like, you're looking at it and I can't really work out what they're trying to do. Are they running a 5-man shell? Are they running horn set? Are they going inside out? Like, they just, every single play seems to be completely different and there doesn't seem to be any structure in terms of what they're trying to do. And I think that's part of the problem with what's happening out on the floor at the moment is there's no structure. They're taking rush shots. Like, they ended up on the free throw line this time because there was at least that drive at the defensive player. But it still probably wasn't the right drive to take through heavily guarded Kiwi.
Yeah, they're looking for someone to step up at the moment. There hasn't been one player really dominating at the moment. They've looked the best, I think, when Wallace gets touches in the paint.
Well, either that or Lomakin's done a good job of moving the ball and zinging the ball around their perimeter, and then they get opportunities to drive. You know, equally like to see Linton get a bit more involved offensively.
Machado gets his feet in the paint, kicks it out. Cedar puts it on the deck. One-handed floater is good. Michael Cedar.
Well, good read. They went to the zone like we thought they would a fair bit tonight. But you can't fall for that pump fake.
I also gotta say, I would love to put a step, what do they call you measure the steps. I reckon Luke Ken would probably do about 100,000 steps, so just in front of his own bench in a game. I don't think he sits down for a minute as Simmons loses it on his way up.
I think we just need to find an in-game sponsorship deal for him with a Fitbit or Samsung or someone with a fitness watch. Try and measure his steps because he probably does more than half of his players.
Well, he's having a good word with the referees at the moment. They gave the bench a bit of a warning. I'm not sure what the bench warning was for. Zone here from Logan.
Yeah, sorry, Johnny. We were talking about the zone, and I'm not saying. Oh, good job. Stay with it, big Brent Wallace. I'm not saying you can't fall for the Cedar pump fake. Of course, it's a pretty damn good one. My point is you're going to stay down and contest and keep them out of the middle in their zone as a principle. And so what all Logan's doing is pump fake and getting into the middle all night long so far. So Seahawks sort of cleaned that up.
And you look at the speed at which Logan moves the ball as well. Every offensive play down their end of the floor, they're just moving the ball so fast. If any one of the players holds the ball for more than a fraction of a second once they've got their offense set, it's just so fast-paced, and it's making it hard for the Seahawks to actually man up and defend it.
And Logan's quite high in their defensive set at the moment in their zone. So again, Seahawks have got to look to maybe send someone, flash into the high post, try and get that inside-outside, the big-to-big action. Wallace on a seal. Tommy Howard did it a couple times to start the game. Goldfinch and Linton are certainly more than capable of doing that as well.
35-24. Logan is up 11. Mitch Young was fouled. He's at the free throw line for a couple shots. He hits the first. And hits the second. Big hammer there from Campbell. Puts it down with two hands. Seahawks still trail by 11. Got the crowd into it. Let's see if it can energize his team. Young's pass for Jeffries. Back out now, Cedar, long two, in and out. Campbell grabs the rebound. Campbell's open, wing three up. That one's strong, and Jeffries grabs the defensive rebound. Simmons missed the three. Campbell goes right at Machando, flips it up and in. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's 37-28. Logan up on the Seahawks. Your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media, Live Sport Australia, Australian Sports Network, and Stream Team Australia. Back with you here at Runaway Bay Indoor Stadium. John Guarna with Dave Derwin and Regan Baker. Guys, pretty good first half of action. 9 points to lead for Logan. Pretty good performance so far. Cedar heating up here in the second.
Yeah, I think for the Seahawks, they got to try and create some offense. They're only shooting at 25% from the floor, which obviously is not going to get it done.
Jeffries with the left hand. Makes it look easy.
Yeah, I really want to see Goldfinch really inject himself into the game. Again, if he's not going to shoot the ball, then he can still crash the glass and impact the game, because they certainly need everything they can at the moment. 28 points with 2 minutes to go before halftime, and they're settling for long twos. Ain't gonna get it done.
Simmons looking inside, finds Amar on the corner, three, no good. Campbell double teamed on the baseline. Holmquist Pollock hits the baseline jumper.
He's been good.
He's been very good.
He's been giving him good minutes. Banging. No nonsense.
Jeffrey inside, Amar banks it home. Jeffrey's bringing it back, man. We haven't seen him play. We missed him last season.
Yeah, he took last year off.
Campbell travels.
And that brings in a very early double-double for Tommy Amar as well after that last basket. 11 points, 10 rebounds. Nice and early in the
Tommy
game.
taking it back to the old school.
How many sneaky offensive? 5, 6?
4 offensive, 6 defensive.
4.
Gee, Tommy's going to ask for a contract extension after this first half. He might sign at halftime. Carroll puts it on the floor, finds Simmons in the corner. Simmons wants to go one-on-one with Linton. Crosses over to the right hand, skips it to Amar. Corner three up. And Goldfinch comes down with the rebound. Tommy Howard again going to the left, lost it, but recovered. Linton hands up, fakes the handoff, fake me out. Tommy Howard from the wing, pump fakes, turns it over. Carroll comes up with the steal, goes right at LeMakin, lost it, and travels. Carroll's a little bit off his game tonight so far.
Yeah, and down the other end, you know, Tommy can just shoot the three. Equally, LeMakin can give it to him about 5 seconds earlier.
Howard's pass stolen. Young comes up with it. Mitch Young dumps it off for Amar. Now Simmons wide open three up. No good. Offensive rebound. Mitch Young goes to the left-handed hook shot and swishes it. Logan starting to pull away a little bit here. They're up 11. Got about 15 seconds left in the half. LeMakin guarded by Jeffries at about half court. Jeffries gets called for the blocking foul. Only the 4th team foul, so Logan had that one to give. Second personal on Jeffries. Simon Taylor going to check in, as is Earl Jones for the Seahawks.
13 points down with seven and a half seconds to go into the halftime break here. I'd really like to see a nice offensive play from the Seahawks to give them the momentum going into the half.
Jones gets inside. Howard missed the rebound. Jeffries doesn't get a shot off. Wasn't a bad look. Jones got a shot off. Just a little too high and a little too strong.
Not the momentum push I was hoping that they were going to get. I was hoping, you know, a couple more passes around. Like you said, it wasn't a bad look, but also probably not the best possible look they could have had. And you know, that's the feeling I've had about the Seahawks going into this halftime break is their offense doesn't have as much structure as what Logan's does, and they're not moving the ball around fast enough. They're making it easy for Logan to defend just about every shot they're taking, and there's a reason why the Seahawks shooting percentage is only sitting on 28%. And that's because they're making it easy for Logan to defend them. And alternatively, down the other end of the floor, Logan's just doing a really great job on the offensive rebounds as well. They're putting up a lot of second chance shots, but they're hitting a pretty damn clip straight out of the bat. They're shooting just under 50%.
Yeah, Logan did a really good job in that first half, getting some points on the board. North Gold Coast, though, they've got to find the offense from somewhere, Dave. It came mainly from Brent Wallace, which typically we don't see Wallace putting up big points, but he's been a real focal point for them offensively. They need someone else to step up.
Yeah, I mean, and I think their offense doesn't necessarily stink that bad. They've actually had a couple of good looks, and they've got some good, clearly they've got some decent perimeter players, but you've got to make a shot. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Especially when Mitch, I wouldn't say Logan is super duper imposing on the defensive end. That's not their strength. Their strength is get out and run in transition is how they beat you. They'll outscore you. Mitch Young's really their only big guy other than Tommy. So, again, Seahawks are going to continue to stretch the floor, more ball movement, work together to try and get some people open instead of just kind of a bit of a one-out flavor as how they're rolling so far.
Well, we'll see what adjustments are made at halftime or in the second half, because it is halftime. It's 43-30. Logan up on the North Gold Coast Seahawks in your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media, Australian Sports Network, and Stream Team Australia. We'll see you shortly for the statistics in the second half of action. Back with you here at Runaway Bay Indoor Stadium on the Gold Coast. Nothing but Net Media bringing to you the QBL Game of the Week between the North Gold Coast Seahawks and the Logan Thunder at halftime. Thunder are up 13